Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Bri Hunter, and I'm 14 years old. I am currently a freshman at Everett Alvarez High School. In January of 2015, I watched a movie entitled Selma. Recently, I had the opportunity to watch it again. The movie depicted the hardships that African Americans faced while fighting for the right to have federal protection when voting. After watching that film and witnessing what happened on Bloody Sunday, when I turn 18, it will be a great honor to be able to register to vote. And for me, registering alone is not enough. It is my duty, my responsibility to vote, not just for presidents, but for local propositions and candidates. Because too many people have sacrificed their lives for me to be able to exercise my right to vote. One of the qualities that I admire most about Dr. King was that he was a scholar. Did you know that he went to college at the age of 15? Not only was he a scholar, but he was a writer and an orator. I wanted to deepen my understanding of his vision for America, so I've read several of his works, including I Have a Dream, Letter from a Birmingham Jail, and I've Been to the Mountaintop. Martin was a philosopher, a religious leader with a dream. Based on my interpretation of his dream, it consisted of our nation living up to its creed, saying, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal." His dream included us coming together at the table of brotherhood. He wanted America to be transformed into an oasis of justice, that everyone will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character, that every hill and every mountain be made low, that rough places be made plain, that crooked places be made straight, and that the glory of the Lord be revealed, so that all flesh will see it together. I would like to share with you what I believe he would say to us if he were alive and present with us today. 711 years ago, a great American, in whose symbolic shadow we stand today, signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flames of withering justice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end their long night of captivity. But 151 years later, the Negro is still not free. 151 years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the shackles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. 151 years later, the Negro lives on a lonely island of poverty in the midst of a vast ocean of prosperity. 151 years later, the Negro is still languishing in the corners of American society and finds himself in exile in his own land. For those of you who are still clinging to the word wait, believing that our time will one day come, I must concur. But perhaps it is easy for